What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Lowpes and welcome back to another episode. Today we are working on the CSX again. We are installing the K-Tune vented valve cover. We have not installed it yet in the not last video. The video before that, we just picked it up. We did some Boxing Day shopping. We picked that up. Today we're actually going to install it. It looks quite easy. We do have a few more lines in the way because it was supercharged, obviously. But let's tackle it. Let's get it done. I think it's going to look absolutely fantastic. Change up that gray. Even though the gray kind of goes with a few things in the car and stuff like that, it still wasn't. I wasn't feeling it. I liked it in the beginning, and I lost kind of, you know, the spark for it. So I think the K-Tune valve cover, like I said before, is going to cover a bunch of issues that I have. It's gonna have the baffle inside, which I didn't have because of what I told you guys last time. If you haven't seen it, quickly I'll just tell you. So when you powder coat a valve cover, underneath the baffle, sand gets in there, and it's dangerous for the motor. So when we installed the, when I got Kevin from Mercer Built at the time when I was doing my cams to install it, he had to cut the baffle out, and we took everything out. We never welded it back on. It wasn't an issue at the time, but now that I'm supercharged, I kind of want to keep everything a little more, you know, condensed in a better area. So let me show you the valve cover. Enough babbling, so let's get into it. Here it is. I went with the black valve cover that K-Tune offers. The finish looks awesome on it. It looks absolutely great. I actually really like it. I'm going to be removing this oil catch can because I no longer need it because of that, but I do want to run an oil catch can. I just want to run a better one that is not that. This is a Mishimoto, which was fine. It's running great. I just want to set it up better so that it looks better within the bay. Like I said, this is Project Show Bay. It's not going to be the best bay in the world, obviously, but I want to clean it up. So eventually AC line will go and all that type of stuff, but today we're going to get rid of this and we're going to change the valve cover, and then I'm going to need to take off the Downstar hardware and put it on there, and then the oil cap and dipstick will go onto there for now, and eventually I want to get all polished. So I've been running K-Tune stuff for a little while now. I've never had any issues with them. Great product. I got everything from their sleeve master cylinder to the CMC. I have a few of their dress-up parts. I was waiting for a very, very long time for them to make a shifter billet box for this car, which they never did. So we went with Hybrid, which is equally a great brand. Let's get to the install. We have to remove a few parts. I'm going to show you what's up. The first couple steps we're going to take is we're going to take out the wipers. We're going to take out this, that, and that on that side over there. And then after, we're going to have to take out this metal piece underneath here. First step you want to do is pop these out and take the wipers out. Make sure you know which one's left and right, because that does make a difference. And make sure you know the positioning of the wipers, because that will make a difference as well. So I'm going to pop these out, and then we're going to take them out. So yeah, they were 17s. They were very easy to come off. I've taken them off a few times. So yeah, like I said, close the hood, and then you can just pop them out just like that. They're quite easy. And just once again, make sure you know what side is which. So once you've popped the hood open, you're going to have these little pieces here. They're going to pop out from there. Very easy. And you should have some bolts here, which I don't have anymore because I've taken this out way too many times. We're going to put the bolts back. So that, and then the same thing on this side over here. You should have a bolt or a clip or something here. And then after, what you're going to do is this is going to be down, and you're just going to pop it up. And there you go, and everything will just... If you have never done this before, this may be a little more difficult, but because I have done it quite a few times, I know the way it goes. Make sure when you do take this off, you be very careful because you do have that underneath there. So just lift it with care and don't rip it out like Ken and I did. But I knew that was going to be my results because I've taken this out quite a few times and I knew that was unplugged already. So after, you're going to have this bracket here. There are many bolts usually, I believe, underneath there and stuff, but I've taken it out before. And all I did was I put the two bolts back in, which is right there, as you guys can see, underneath my strut bar and right there. So I'm going to pop that out quickly. Took a bit of time to get that thing off, even though I only had two bolts. It's because it was wedged it was bolted up, and then it was wedged underneath the strut bar, so I had to take the strut bar off. So I had to, you know, hold up the suspension. So I had to do both sides, so I've done that. And now we're going to tackle the actual valve cover itself. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all these Downstar spikes off, the spark plug cover off, dipstick and oil cap for later, and yeah, we'll start tackling. Then we're going to have to start taking all these hoses and everything off from the side over here. So let's get to it. I think it's going to look really good. I've taken out 1, 2, 3. Back here is 4 and 5. Now I'm going to take the spark plug cover off, then we're going to take the coil packs out, and then we're going to have to tackle some bolts that are on this side here and take some of this tubing off as well. So we have to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 10 mils there, and we're going to have to take this out as well. So I'm going to tackle that now and show you guys the next step. So what you're going to end up doing is you'll pull this out, and with this clip here you're just going to unclip them. I can't do it and show you guys up close because it's only me here and it's a little difficult to show you. But once you take those 10 mil out, that's as easy as it gets. They say that it doesn't matter what order they are in, but I'm going to make sure I keep track of mine from left to right, just in case. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Our next step is we're going to push this all out of the way, kind of behind there. But before you do that, you got 1 bolt, 2, and then we got 3 right here that we're gonna take out, and then we're gonna have to take out this hose here, and then I think the valve cover should come off. My strut bar may get in the way, I'm not too sure yet. I don't know how much space I need yet because I can't remember from the last time, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to take the strut bar out. After, you're gonna need these rubber grommets, but the problem is they're really on there on my car, and I don't want to damage the valve cover because I do want to sell the valve cover. So what I'm gonna try to do is when I pop them off, I'm gonna see if these come loose. But usually if you can, and you don't care about damaging it, once you take these off, you're gonna take the grommets off as well. All right, so we've taken this out. I thought you had to take the 2 bolts out, but it looks like you only have to take 1 here and 1 there, and it releases this. There's spacers here, be careful, make sure you grab those. And now what you're gonna do is take out your dipstick, and then it should be ready to come out. Okay, so my strut bar is screwing me up. So I'm gonna take the strut bar, loosen it, and I'm gonna get into it, and I'm gonna show you when I take it off and show you how the new one looks. Make sure to take off your oil cap after and all these grommets that I have to take out. They were just really hard to get to at the time. I'm going to reuse my gasket because I barely put any kilometers on the car, but if you want, buy a new gasket. And as you can see, you're not going to need any of this anymore, any of these plugs or like these gaskets, because the K-Tune one comes with it. So here it is, and there's my motor.
So that's what a lawnmower looks like.
Alex is here, by the way, if you can't tell by the jokes, the shitty dad jokes. And there you go. These are the TSX cams, the 06 to 08 cams. If you haven't checked it out, we do have a video on that. Just go down below and look it up. As you can see, we have the coil pack gaskets in here. When you buy the one that's already powder coated, it comes with everything that you need. And I think it's gonna look a lot better in the engine bay than the gray. So let's get it in, and just make sure to watch the plugs here because this is gonna be what gets in your way. I've taken my old gasket and I've put it in. Like I said, it was pretty new, so it's the only reason I stuck with it. Just take it out from your old one and just keep pressing it in like this all around until it's completely flush. Make sure there's no tears or anything in it. If so, go get a new one. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have to get some Honda Bond, and we're gonna put it on all 4 sides. So like some of the pinpoints would be here, here, and on the back side over there, because those are where it ends up leaking the most. So we're gonna put a bit of Honda Bond there, and yeah. So we put the plugs in for now because we're not gonna run any catch cans at the moment until we do a nice proper one that would look really good. So we put the plugs in that came with the kit, and they were 3/8 to tighten them. Make sure you hand tighten them, but don't tighten them too much. So we're gonna put some Honda Bond on, and then we're gonna get the valve cover on. So Alex is applying the Honda Bond, and you literally have to just put a few dabs of it, nothing too crazy. There you go. Man. It looks very good, very nice. All right, so everything is done. We've installed everything. It looks so much better. The only thing we haven't put back is like the strut bar and all that, but I want to show you the final product and how it looks in the bay. It looks so good. So this is how it looks. It looks really good. One thing I want to do is get a polished dipstick, and Alex is a polished dipstick, and I want to get a polished K-Tune oil cap. The Speed Factory looks pretty good. It kind of raises a bit, which kind of bothers me, but I don't know. I'll see if I can get something to cover that a little better. Aside from that, we're just working on cleaning some things up here, Alex and I, but that is the finished product. We have the fuel rail still to install. We decided to do the fuel rail, but we did not record it. I do have a video of when we did the supercharger. We took out the fuel rail and put it back in. So if you need to see that, I'll link it down below, and you'll see how we did that. And this is the second time we've done it, so I didn't think it was worth making a video. It's pretty easy to do, so if you guys have any comments down below or questions, let me know. But let me show you how everything looks. We cleaned up a few lines and everything. It's looking really clean. So this is how it looks. It looks beautiful. We got the Hybrid Racing fuel rail. These kind of oxidized and rusted a bit, so we're gonna get new ones of those. But we cleaned up a whole bunch of air lines here, so it looks so much cleaner, and the bay looks so much better. I think it looks really, really good. I still think I may powder coat this, but it doesn't look too bad right now. It looks a lot better, but it looks really, really good. I'm very, very happy with it. So I just want to add that in before, you know, we finish off this video. We did do this as well. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Do it once, do it right. Stay focused. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.